Empathy is a powerful force. It is the invisible thread that binds us together, creating a sense of unity and understanding. It connects us to each other in ways that words alone cannot. Through empathy, we can bridge gaps and build meaningful relationships. It helps us understand each other's experiences, allowing us to share in their joys and sorrows. This shared understanding fosters a sense of belonging. Empathy is the ability to step into someone else's shoes, to see the world from their perspective. It is about more than just sympathy. It is about truly feeling what they feel. It is about feeling what they feel and seeing the world through their eyes. This deep connection can transform our interactions and relationships. There are three main types of empathy, each playing a crucial role in our social interactions. Cognitive empathy is about understanding someone's perspective. It involves recognizing and comprehending their thoughts and viewpoints. Emotional empathy is about feeling their emotions. It is the ability to share in their emotional experiences, whether they are happy or sad. Compassionate empathy is about wanting to help. It goes beyond understanding and feeling. It drives us to take action to support others. We need all three types of empathy to build strong relationships. Each type contributes to a deeper connection and a more supportive community. Cognitive empathy helps us communicate effectively. By understanding others' perspectives, we can engage in more meaningful and productive conversations. Emotional empathy helps us build trust and intimacy. It allows us to connect on a deeper emotional level, fostering closeness and mutual respect. Compassionate empathy motivates us to support each other. It inspires us to take action and make a positive difference in the lives of those around us. Empathy is essential for a happy and fulfilling life. It enriches our relationships and enhances our sense of community. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, creating bonds that are strong and enduring. It helps us build strong relationships that are based on mutual understanding and respect, and it makes us better people, fostering a more compassionate and connected world. Our brains are wired for empathy. This intricate wiring allows us to connect with others on a deep emotional level, making us inherently social beings. Scientists have discovered special cells in our brains called mirror neurons. These neurons are fascinating because they play a crucial role in how we understand and relate to the actions and emotions of others. These neurons fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing the same action. This mirroring mechanism is fundamental to our ability to learn through imitation and to empathize with others. This means that our brains actually simulate the experiences of others. When we see someone in pain, our mirror neurons activate, allowing us to feel a semblance of their discomfort. When we see someone smile, our mirror neurons fire as if we were smiling ourselves. This automatic response helps us to connect and share joy with those around us. This helps us understand and share the emotions of others. Whether it's happiness, sadness, or any other emotion, our mirror neurons enable us to resonate with the feelings of those we interact with. Research has shown that empathy is not just an innate ability. It is a complex interplay of biology and experience, influenced by our interactions and the environment we grow up in. It is also a skill that we can develop with practice. Techniques such as mindfulness and empathy training can enhance our ability to understand and share the feelings of others. By consciously choosing to engage in empathetic behaviors, we can strengthen the neural pathways associated with empathy. This means that our brains can become more adept at recognizing and responding to the emotions of others. This means that we can all become more empathetic individuals if we put in the effort. Acts of kindness, active listening, and supportive behaviors can all contribute to building a more empathetic society. We can train our brains to be more compassionate and understanding. By doing so, we not only improve our own emotional well-being but also create a more connected and caring world for everyone. In today's world, empathy is more important than ever. It is the glue that holds our diverse societies together, allowing us to connect on a deeper level despite our differences. We live in a time of increasing division and polarization. The news is filled with stories of conflict, and social media often amplifies our disagreements. It is easy to get caught up in our own perspectives and to demonize those who see things differently. This creates an environment where understanding and compassion are overshadowed by anger and resentment. Empathy is the antidote to this division. It allows us to bridge the gaps that separate us and to find common ground. When we practice empathy, we step outside of our own limited viewpoints. We open ourselves up to the experiences and emotions of others, fostering a sense of connection and mutual respect. We make an effort to understand the experiences and perspectives of others, even when we don't agree with them. This understanding can lead to more productive conversations and solutions. This doesn't mean that we have to condone or excuse harmful behavior. Setting boundaries is still important, but empathy helps us approach these situations with a mindset geared towards resolution rather than conflict. It simply means that we approach others with a willingness to listen and to try to understand. By sharing our stories and listening to the stories of others, we can build a more inclusive and supportive community. This can be challenging, but it is essential if we want to build a more just and compassionate world. Working together on community projects and volunteering can be powerful ways to practice empathy in action. Empathy is not a sign of weakness. It is a powerful tool that can transform our interactions and relationships. It is a sign of strength. It takes courage to be vulnerable and to open ourselves up to the experiences of others. It takes courage to step outside of our comfort zones and to try to see the world through the eyes of others. By doing so, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Empathy is a powerful force for good, but there are also barriers that can prevent us from experiencing empathy. One common barrier is our own ego. Our ego wants to protect us from pain and discomfort. It can lead us to judge others, to make assumptions about them, and to avoid situations that make us feel uncomfortable. Another barrier is our own biases. We all have biases, both conscious and unconscious. These biases can distort our perceptions of others and make it difficult to see them clearly. For example, we may have biases based on race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. The good news is that we can overcome these barriers. It takes effort and practice, but it is possible to become more empathetic individuals. Section 5. Active listening. The heart of understanding. Active listening is a powerful tool for building empathy. It involves paying full attention to the person who is speaking. It means putting aside our own thoughts and judgments. And it means truly trying to understand their perspective. When we listen actively, we send a message that we care. We show the other person that we are present and that we value what they have to say. This can make a huge difference in our relationships. Active listening is not always easy. It takes practice and patience, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Section 6. Mindfulness. Stepping into the present moment. Mindfulness is another important tool for cultivating empathy. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When we are mindful, we are more aware of our own thoughts and feelings. We are also more aware of the experiences of others. Mindfulness can help us to be more compassionate and understanding. It can help us to let go of our judgments and to see others with fresh eyes. Mindfulness is a skill that takes practice, but it is a skill that anyone can learn. Section 7. Cultivating compassion, turning empathy into action. Compassion is the natural outcome of empathy. When we truly understand and share the feelings of another person, we naturally feel compassion for them. Compassion is the feeling of concern and care that arises when we see another person suffering. Compassion motivates us to help others. It inspires us to act with kindness and generosity. Compassion is a powerful force for good in the world. We can cultivate compassion in our lives by practicing empathy. When we make an effort to understand and connect with others, we naturally become more compassionate individuals. Section 8. The ripple effect, how empathy transforms communities. Empathy has a ripple effect. When we practice empathy, it not only benefits us and the people around us, but it also creates a more compassionate and just world. When we understand and care for each other, we are less likely to harm each other. We are more likely to cooperate and to work together to solve problems. Empathy is the foundation of a strong and healthy society. It is the key to creating a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Section 9. Empathy in the workplace, building stronger teams. Empathy is not just important in our personal lives, it is also essential for success in the workplace. Empathy helps us to build strong relationships with our colleagues, to communicate effectively, and to create a more positive and productive work environment. When leaders practice empathy, they create a more engaged and motivated workforce. Employees who feel seen and understood by their leaders are more likely to be happy and productive. Empathy is a valuable skill for anyone who wants to succeed in today's workplace. Section 10. The gift of empathy. A foundation for strong relationships. Empathy is a gift. It is a gift that we give to ourselves and to the people around us. When we practice empathy, we open ourselves up to deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. Empathy is the foundation of all strong relationships. It allows us to understand and support each other. It helps us to resolve conflict peacefully, and it creates a sense of safety and security in our relationships. If you want to build stronger relationships, practice empathy. Section 11. A more empathetic world, a vision for the future. Imagine a world where empathy is the norm. Imagine a world where we all make an effort to understand and care for each other. Imagine a world where we celebrate our differences and work together to create a more just and compassionate society. This is the world that I believe is possible. It is a world that we can create together, one act of empathy at a time. Let us choose empathy. Let us choose compassion. Let us choose love.